Hi, this is Aaron from AJM Home Solutions, and today I'm just going to talk a little bit about lease purchases and what they are and how they work for you if you're trying to rent out or sell your house. And first, a little background, about why you should listen to me about lease purchasing, and maybe you shouldn't listen to me. Uh, I've been specializing in helping, house owners set up lease purchases for over 11 years in Edmonton. I've worked on deals and looked at real estate all over Alberta, California, where else? Pretty much all over the Southwest U.S. Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan. Uh, but like I tell people, always trust your gut. It doesn't matter if it's me or someone else telling you something. If it doesn't sound right, don't do it. I'm going to give you information on how I can help you get top price for your house, eliminate landlord hassles, get better tenants who will buy your place with no hassle, get guaranteed rent every month. And, even though there's plenty of people over the years that have been happy trusting me to lease purchase their house from them, you need to listen to this info and make your own decisions about it. All right? So, you might have heard of rent to own houses before. You might have heard of lease to own, yada, 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 There's some confusion about what all these terms mean, but they're basically all the same thing, essentially. What I'm talking about, the lease purchase, is sort of my own little thing. It's got my own unique twist. It has some unique advantages for, you, the house owner. And a lease purchase is great if you want to sell your house, but for whatever reason, it's not selling fast enough, or you don't think you can get the price you need in this market. Maybe you don't want the hassle of being a landlord. A lease purchase can eliminate almost all the typical risks and hassles of being a landlord, and it can also end up with you getting your house sold at the very best price in as little as 6 to 18 months. And a little more on that in a bit here. All right, so those are some of the advantages of doing a lease purchase. And there's some disadvantages too, and I'll touch on that in a bit because that's important to know as well. But I want to explain a little bit why I want to lease purchase your house in the first place. The reason why I'm interested in lease purchasing your house from you is simple. I've got all kinds of people that are looking to buy a home. They want to be homeowners. They know the advantages of being homeowners. They don't want to be renters anymore. And they're more than willing to buy your house, at top price. They just need a little extra time to get qualified for a mortgage before they can do that. So what I can do is I can lease the house from you, and then sometime within the lease term, I'll buy it from you. And, as soon as I can get my clients qualified for a mortgage, that's when we'll buy it. And in the meantime, you're going to get guaranteed rent every month from me. I have a reserve fund set aside just in case my clients don't pay me, or if they move out, let's say the place is vacant, you get paid every month regardless, right? This virtually eliminates the typical risks of leasing when it comes to tenants, not paying or, moving out and you got to cover a vacancy out of your own pocket. That's not fun to do. And so we take care of that for you by basically guaranteeing the rent for them every month. And every month I can direct deposit it right into your account. You don't have to worry about any hassle. If you want checks, we can do that, but it goes straight into your account every month, 5th of the month. Another thing too is with a traditional rental, you're going to be responsible for all the maintenance as a landlord and repairs. Let's say if the tenant, the toilet floods or the fridge breaks or the stove breaks, you're going to have to shoulder the cost of repairing that. Plus you got to take your time out of your busy day to deal with it. And, if you're busy with your job or your business, or let's say you live out of province or out of the country even, that can be a real hassle to take care of. So with a lease purchase, we take care of all the maintenance and repairs at our expense. Something breaks, we just pay to fix it. We don't even, hassle you about it or anything. It's basically like the place is sold. You won't have to think about it or, deal with it ever again if you don't want to. All right, and another thing too, besides having all the maintenance and repairs taken care of, you're also going to get better tenants into your house too. let's say you got a new house, for example. Let's say it's a beautiful newer house. It's not selling. You've already moved out of it, or maybe you never even moved into it. Maybe it's brand new and you just got the keys for it, and you decide to rent it out. And you get someone in there. They look good on paper. Everything checks out. Their references. And 6 months later, you decide you're ready to try to sell again, but you know, whoops, these guys are rebuilding a motorcycle in the living room. And, don't laugh because it actually someone happened to somebody that I know. They, instead of renting to own or doing a lease purchase with me, they decided to just try to rent it out on their own. And these guys that they had in there, what they did is they had a half-built motorcycle in the living room, oil stains everywhere, there was holes in the walls, and this guy, he needed a dang crane to get the thing out, to pull it up the stairs. Oh my gosh. But that's the thing. Renters just don't treat your home the same way they would if they own the place. With a lease purchase, these people are buying your home, and they have an ownership mentality. They're way more likely to treat it like their own and respect it because it's going to be their own place. They're not just moving on after 6 to 12 month lease like most renters do. And so, yeah, another thing too, unlike normal renting, you get a non-refundable option consideration deposit. And what that means, it's way better than a damage deposit because you don't have to hold it in a trust account. You don't have to pay out interest on it, yada, yada. And it's spendable right away. I usually give 1 to 2 months rent as a non-refundable deposit, and you can spend it on whatever the heck you want. When we buy the house from you, then it's just applied to the purchase price. So unlike traditional renting out of your house, you can get a sale within or at the end of the lease, guaranteed rent each month, regardless of the tenants, paying us, or if the house is vacant, you're still going to get paid. You're going to get a non-refundable deposit. You're going to get tenant buyers who are likely to treat the home as their own, better than renters. Plus, you're going to get a purchase price and monthly rent that you're going to be happy for because I'm going to be working for you to get you the numbers that you're looking for. And, the only real disadvantage of lease purchase is, unlike a traditional house sale, you don't get your money right away. You have to wait a little bit so I can get somebody qualified to buy it from you. But in the meantime, you do get all those things. It's way better than traditionally renting it out because you're going to get a sale at the end, the non-refundable deposit, better renters, and all these things, right? So chances are you're thinking this sounds pretty great right now. How do I get my house sold on a lease purchase? And if that's what you're thinking, great. Give me a call right now, 780-218-2737. Number should be up on the screen. I deal in places all over Alberta, mostly in Edmonton and Calgary. But if you have something else somewhere else, give me a shout. If you still have questions and you're not ready to call yet, I just want to go through a few frequently asked questions people give me and see if that answers it for you. All right, here we go. A big one I get is, how long does it take before you can buy my house? And normally it takes 6 to 18 months before we can get our clients qualified for a mortgage. We normally do a 24 to 36 month lease as kind of a safety net, but it rarely takes that long. Most deals can be completed in the 6 to 18 month time frame. Sometimes even less. It all depends on how soon we can get them qualified. I'm always working to get it done for you sooner because it's better for me because I get paid my money, when I get the house sold. I charge the tenant buyers a little bit more and I make a markup that way. So the sooner I can get it done for you, the sooner it's better for me as well. And so another one here is, what happens if they don't buy my house? Chances are extremely high that the clients we put in there are going to buy the house. What I do is I actually pre-screen them based on credit, their debt ratio, and a bunch of other factors to make sure they're going to be able to buy it. If for some reason they don't, I'll normally just replace them with someone who will, or I'll, even sometimes buy the house myself and just keep it as a rental property. And so a third thing that people ask me, how do you make money? You know, are you charging me anything, any fees? And so I don't charge you, the house owner, anything, but of course I do have to make money. I mean, for all the risk I'm taking, guaranteeing the rent, the maintenance, and all that stuff. So I mark up the rent and purchase price a little bit. I work to get you a number that you're happy with, and then I charge the clients that we're putting into the house a little extra. So basically, the lease purchase costs you nothing. And in fact, you're probably saving tens of thousands alone just by not having a real estate commission. Plus, it's a lease purchase, so the clients are usually willing to pay a bit of a higher price than normal. So it's actually possible for you to net tens of thousands of dollars more on a lease purchase than you would on a traditional sale, right? And so that brings me to the last questions that I get asked a lot, and that's how much will you pay for the house and for rent? And that's the reason why you need to call me right now so we can figure that out together. I'm basically working for you to get you the numbers that you'd like. I mean, if I if I could get you 50 billion for the place, I would. But it all depends on the house, the market, and a few other factors. But what I'm certain of is that we can work something out that's going to be more to your advantage than just a straight rental. You're going to be happy with the price and rent that you can get, and the security of a lease purchase, knowing that this place is going to get sold. All right, so that's it. If you want to get your house sold in the next little bit, but just can't get it sold right now, or can't get the price you want in the market, give me a call. Whatever you do, don't make the mistake of just renting it out and, you know, risking your beautiful house, especially if it's a newer place. You know, like I said, trust your gut. If this sounds good, call me. If you know you think I'm full of crap or whatever, I mean, don't call me. You know what I mean? Make your own decisions. Give me a call. My name's Aaron, 780-218-2737 to discuss a lease purchase on your place. And thanks. Have a great day.